we're talking about is what you need to have when you get home with your new puppy. Well, the first thing, before you get a new puppy, you need to think about this. You need to figure out if this is what's right for you and make sure you're picking out the right puppy. That's why before you even think about taking a puppy home, you should be getting some books to research what puppy you should be getting. It should not be an impulse buy. Just like you shouldn't look into getting a baby right away without putting in an order first. But that being said, the first thing you get when you take a puppy home is a crate. Now, when people say they're going to get a crate for their dog, it sounds terrible. It sounds like they're getting one of these. But that's not what you're looking for. This is not the crate that you're going to be keeping your dog in. The crate that you're going to be keeping your dog in looks a lot more like this. This is a cage that keeps them safe, just like when you have a playpen for your child. You would never let your child run around and get in trouble all over the house. That's what this does. It keeps the dog from getting into trouble. It keeps them from breaking things, destroying things, and, frankly, from getting injured, and keeps them a good pet for you. Now, the other thing you need to get is you need to get something that will be safe for them to drink out of. Well, get stainless steel bowls. It's worth the investment. No matter what size you get, stainless steel bowls will make sure they don't get skin problems on their chin. A lot of times dogs that drink out of plastic bowls will get something called chin acne. Chin acne can cause them to have breakouts, can get infected. It's a lot better to make the investment and to pick up stainless steel bowls, even if they outgrow them relatively quickly. Now, the other thing is when you're bringing a dog into your house, you're not just protecting the dog. You also have a house to protect. And the way to protect the house is by getting an enzymatic cleaner. This is a good example. What's an enzymatic cleaner? It uses enzymes to clean out of the carpet. That makes the smell go away. And when you get rid of the smell, that means the dog won't want to keep going there. It's a great training tool as well as keeping your house the way your house should be. Now, what you should be looking at is getting a toy for your dog. Get a good toy. Get a toy that's a good chew toy. The Kong toys are great. These last a good long time, and they're great for the dog to chew. The toys that are kind of like tennis balls. These are wonderful too because you can throw them, they can play. But the thing is, people tend to want to get too many toys for their dog, and as they get too many toys, it gets to be a problem. And you don't want that, because if there's a lot of toys, then what happens is the dog thinks everything on the floor is their toy. And as that happens, they keep ruining things. That's why you get chewed up shoes. It's on the floor, it must be mine. So that's why you want to make sure to keep the toys to a minimum. One toy is perfectly fine for a dog. I don't expect anyone to do that. No one ever has. But also, you're going to have to keep your puppy looking good. And you're going to want to brush them at a young age. So get a good brush. This is a slicker brush. Slicker brushes work great. They have very, very, very short bristles on them. What that does, let's just take out the extra hair. When you take out the extra hair, you keep them looking nice, keep them looking healthy, and it gets them used to brushing. So we don't suddenly start to brush them when they're 1, 2 years old. Brushing at a young age is a really, really good thing to do. Now, one thing I always recommend to people is when you're going to get a dog, call your vet. Say, I'm going to be picking up a new puppy. I'm going to be coming home with it at this time. Try to get in right away. Have us check out the puppy. Make sure everything's okay. Plus, we can get you some things that will help keep the puppy healthy from the very beginning, such as information. This is one of the packets that we hand out here at the clinic, which tells about the vaccines, tells about all the offers, things like heartworm preventive that are important for dogs in our area. Also, we get things like Advantage. This is a free sample that we hand out for puppies. Advantage is a great flea product that can be used in young animals. That's great, so you don't have to worry about bringing fleas into your house because you've put Advantage on your dog. Plus, the right food. Now, this is a little bit tricky because you have a really good food here in Hills, always rated #1, but also when you're giving this food, you might want to get some food from the breeder. Mix it together. That way we won't get any diarrhea, we won't get any problems with the puppy changing food at the same time as we're changing a home. Just a wise way to go. Now, as the puppy gets used to being in a new environment, there's things we can do to make them feel safer and more secure. When they're sleeping in their cage, what you do is you have something to make sound, something like a clock or a radio. Playing this overnight can make the puppy feel really secure. There's a sound, something we're used to, something that feels comfortable so we don't feel so alone. Remember, they're used to having a litter and mom. Now they're sleeping by themselves, and they're going to be whining. This keeps you able to sleep yourself. Also, there's a great product out there called the Snuggle Puppy. Now, this is not a puppy, but this is one of them. What this does is it makes a heartbeat sound. The heart inside this looks kind of like that, but they don't always look like a heart, but this one's pretty cool. But they make a noise that sounds, well, actually it sounds more like Space Invaders, but still, it still makes a heartbeat sound that makes the puppy feel safe. They have something here that's warm, that's making a heartbeat sound, makes the puppy feel really good, and can get them through those long nights, so again, you can get some rest. And that's always pretty cool. Now, once you do this, you can make your home a better place for the puppy. Remember, this is a traumatic moment for a pup. They're going from a very secure setting with a litter of friends, and now they're going into a brand new place. When you prepare ahead of time, you're making that transition easier on the puppy and easier on you. So ask your vet about what you think you should have to get ready for the new puppy before you realize you don't have it. And that was exhausting. Thank you.